You do not have all the time in the world. You don't have years or months or weeks to get a couple of things done. Some of the things that you're doing can be done now and should best be done now. Procrastination is actually said to be a thief of time. When you have anything that you have been given as an assignment or a task to execute, think about how you can do it at the immediate. The earlier you can even finish a task, you have enough room to reevaluate what you have done. Keeping task, assignments, ideas, projects to the very last moment is not the good hallmark of leadership. If you want to be a good leader, number one, understand the need to have good plans. And number two, attach time to the plans, because almost all of your goals have to be time bound. When should I begin? How long is it going to take me? And when am I likely going to finish? Always tell yourself, what if this is the only time I have to get this done? Am I doing enough? So when you wake up, you start at that point in time to execute your plan. That assignment you think you have to execute, start at that moment to do it. Don't wait for another time. All that moment you're waiting for convenience and comfort are time you've already lost. Those moments, you can utilize them to achieve goals and acquire goals. So when you continue to procrastinate, you're not doing yourself any favor. If you're a leader, there's an event coming up. I have an event in the next couple of weeks. Something is going to tell me to procrastinate. Okay, in the next 3 days or last 3 or 4 days, I'm going to get this thing out and I will hit the ground running. No matter how you do that, you'll never be as effective as you would have been if you have started a long time ago to plan. How many persons are you going to meet in the 4 days? How many items are you going to complete in the 4 days? How many things are you going to do in the last 2 days or last 3 days? You find out that if you do have something to correct, you have almost no time to correct them. But if you begin planning early, there's always a tendency that if you spot out an error, you can fix it. You can reach more people, you can have bigger ideas, you can try different samples. And this gives you better solutions and better answers, or gives you, solves your problem in a lot better way than when you rush them in the last minute. Never push anything you have to do to the very last minute. That's how people fail. The moment you keep pushing anything you have to do in life to the last minute, you're defining some kind of a failure dynamics for yourself. The people who will make it successful in this life are people who make the most out of time. God makes all things beautiful in His time. Ecclesiastes 3 tells us that there is time for everything under the sun. There's a time to wake, there's a time to sleep. There's even a time to laugh, there's a time to cry. There's a time to gather, there's a time to put away. There's a time for peace, there's a time for war. All of these that are specified time. So once you get up, know what to do at a specific point in time. The children of Issachar were at their command. You see, their brethren were at the commands of the children of Issachar because they knew what Israel ought to do. So it's important for you as a leader and a worker to ask yourself questions. What are my tasks? What are my missions? What are my roles? What are my objectives? And do I have sufficient time to execute them? And what should I be doing now? That's the most important question. What should I be doing now? If you have anything in your future you ever think you are planning to get done, start now. Your future does not begin tomorrow. Your future begins today. Your future begins right now. Today is the tomorrow you were talking about yesterday. So if there is anything you want to do, now is the acceptable time. Today is the day of salvation. So I want to encourage you to go back to your plans and go back to your purposes and go back to your designs and ask yourself, what should I be doing? And when you found out what you should be doing, what part of it should I be doing right now? Don't procrastinate. Always realize that you do not have all the time in the world to execute your plans and your purpose.